Hi San Diego, Kimberly Schmidt with Compass here, your San Diego real estate expert. The numbers are in, and I'm sure you've all been wondering what's going on in the San Diego real estate market. Numbers as of the end of April of this year, 2026. And the scoop is the big crash, well, maybe not the big crash, but a crash, any kind of crash that people were sort of speculating might happen is definitely not happening. So we have a lot less inventory on the market in 2026 than we did in 2025. This is particularly true for single family homes. These are detached properties. That inventory is down roughly 20% across the board. And when that happens, we just have a basic supply and demand calculation to make, right? And when you have limited supply, you're not going to see a big price drop, and we definitely have not seen that so far this year. So we've got that lower inventory. The other interesting news, good news, is that pending sales in San Diego were up compared to last year as well. So for detached homes, pending sales were up 6.7% in April compared to last April, and they were up about 14% for condos. Go figure. Condos have not been easy to sell these last few months, this last year. I think a lot of people are just realizing like this whole interest rate thing is not going away anytime soon, right? Life goes on and people need to get into property. They don't want to rent for forever. So I think, the life transitions, divorce, marriages, death, births, relocation, job transfer, all that stuff happens no matter what interest rates are. So we're always going to have a core amount of transacting happening throughout San Diego County. For prices, the median single family home price hit $1.1 million in April. Oh my gosh, you guys, it's a lot of money. That's up 2.3% year over year. What's important to note is that this is not the number, this is countywide, and it's very different in these micro neighborhoods around San Diego. And some neighborhoods and zip codes, I'm looking at you, 92103, Mission Hills and Hillcrest, went up way more than that. And I'll do another video about that in a bit. Overall countywide, the median price increased to about $925. So that's, I think that's going to be detached and condos as well. Days on market, detached homes are averaging 35 days. Attached homes are averaging 41 days. What I will say is my average market time so far this year is only 17 days. So I have been really driving home my confident move method way of listing homes, which is preparation and strategy and precision pricing. And the numbers show how effective that can be. I am outperforming the market by a mile. So 17 days compared to 35 or 41, that's a huge gap. Average sold price to list price ratio for my listings is 100%, and it's almost 99% in San Diego County. So I'm outperforming the market in terms of what my sellers are getting in terms of pricing for their homes as well. So what does this mean for buyers in San Diego County right now? With my buyers, it really just depends on exactly what you're looking for, because I have some buyers who have had the luxury of really choosing what place they want, and also having the luxury of asking for credits and coming in below list price, and really having more flexibility than we had in years past, for sure. However, with some properties, that's just not the case. And what does this mean for sellers? For sellers, it means if you prepare your home well and you price it right and it's looking really good, it's going to move. I put a listing on last week and we had 12 offers within the first few days and are under contract for well above list price. So for sellers, you just have to do it right. You have to hire the right agent, hire someone who's prepared, who has ideas about what you should be doing, who shares those ideas with you, who has a reason for everything that they recommend. That is the whole concept behind my confident move method, is that you're going to say, Kimberly, why are we doing this? And I'm going to say, here's exactly the reason why I suggest you do this, if that feels like a good fit for you, right? The client is always the decision maker. Overall, what this means for San Diego is we're doing really well, honestly, I think, especially when you compare us to other markets around the country. I'm a member of different networking groups and mastermind groups, and what we're seeing in San Diego is definitely not the experience that everyone is having around the United States right now. Some markets are really busy, like the Bay Area is doing really well. We are in more of a balanced market with precision and strategy, I think, just totally coming into play. It's not a frenzy. We're not just hanging around languishing. We're pretty balanced, and really special places are just kind of hustling off the market. So we have less inventory. Days on market is not super long. We have an increase overall of about 2.3% in pricing year over year. Not too bad for spring 2026. If you have any questions about anything, or if you want to talk to me about the real estate market, send me a message, call me, email me. I'm always happy to chat. Real estate is my favorite topic. I'm Kimberly Schmidt with Compass, your San Diego real estate expert. See you next time.